up. But what implications does the US election victory for Donald Trump have for India and India's macro situation? Earlier, my colleague Ritu caught up with the Chief Economic Advisor, V Anantha Nageswaran, and talked to him regarding the outcome, India's GDP growth, as well as the credit growth slowdown seen. Listen in.
He has been a president before. We all know what are the policies he stands for. There are many areas where we ourselves are working on which will be in line with their policy agenda. So I don't see a major discontinuity or dislocation from the Indian perspective.
So
that would be my baseline scenario.
All right. Coming back to India, in July the economic survey spoke about 6.5 to 7% kind of a GDP growth. The RBI is talking about 7.2%. The IMF is talking about 7% for the current fiscal year. But there are murmurs, if you talk to economists, that perhaps some of these projections are a little more, less conservative than they should be, given the mixed economic indicators we're getting. What is the number
I can't speak for others' forecasts, but even in our latest monthly economic report, we did stick to the 6.5 to 7% range as the likely real GDP growth outcome for the current financial year. So as far as we are concerned, in a way, our forecasts already account for some of the high-frequency data indicators that we have been seeing lately.
But 6.5 to 7 is a wide range, because a lot of economists on the street would say perhaps we may not touch 7% this year on the base of 8% plus growth last year.
That is possible, but I don't want to, because we have given ourselves a wider range. Whether the outcome falls at closer to 6.5 or closer to 7, I think it is still, we have still half a year to go. I mean, 5 months to go.
Finally, sir, we've heard your views plenty on the deposit growth in the country. Now we're finally seeing the credit growth and the deposit growth numbers overall converge as per the latest data. In fact, credit outpacing deposit growth, rather deposit outpacing credit growth. Are you worried about this credit slowdown going ahead to the productive sectors of the economy?
It's not a worry, because if you look at the first 6 months of the financial year, the credit growth is about 5.5%. If you look at the RBI's weekly statistical supplements, the credit to the commercial sector by scheduled commercial banks was about 5.5% in the first half, which translates into 11% annualized number roughly.
Okay, so you're not going to be concerned about a credit growth slowdown in the economy?
No, credit growth should pick up, and it will pick up once some of the macro-prudential actions have run their course, etc. And also the credit growth may also have been affected by the fact that economic activity was affected by the monsoon rains and so on. So as economic activity picks up again, I think credit growth may also rise.
Okay.
For more news and updates, all you need to do is follow CNBC TV18 on all of our digital platforms.